Hello, everybody. Welcome to our Facebook Live Success Interviews series. I am here with Jonathan Nowlan, the one and the only Jonathan Nowlan.
One and only.
And I say that sincerely, the one and the only Jonathan Nowlan. So hopefully we got a whole bunch of people watching this because today I got a great subject to talk about. I wanted to talk about, when I come in to see you every morning, you're the most enthusiastic guy I've ever met. I mean that. I mean, you're just so enthusiastic. And today, I want to discuss sales, the importance of being enthusiastic during the entire selling process and believing in the product that you sell.
Absolutely,
okay?
100%.
But first, let's say everybody, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, right?
Great 2018 coming up, right?
Coming up, major. Big plans for 2018. Think about your goals. Think about what you want to do for 2018. Get prepared for that. I mean, it's so important to have that set up. But enthusiasm, right?
That's what I'm saying.
Enthusiasm.
So, I walk in every morning, okay, and the first thing is I get this guy's smile all day long. And I mean, it doesn't matter what he's going through. It doesn't matter what's happening in his life. And, you can tell me he's in a wheelchair. So, you know what? It doesn't matter. Circumstances in the past doesn't define you, man. I mean, this guy's the most exciting guy. When he's on the phone all day, he's talking to his clients. He's talking to the people that he's enrolled, that he's changing lives on a daily basis. What's the secret, man? I mean, you are so enthusiastic. You're always positive. You're always happy. I believe that that's 80 to 90% of the battle in sales is being enthusiastic. And because the customers hear it, they feel it. It doesn't matter if you're in person or if you're not in person. You had a client come by today. They came by today to visit us. And you were just the most enthusiastic person in the world. And she even said that, didn't she?
Yeah.
What's the secret, man?
So, when we look at sales, right? What is sales? Sales is energy.
It's energy.
Right? Transferring energy. So if I come in and I bring all this garbage with me, I mean, think of it. I get up in the morning in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
I get up and I get dressed. And I have probably every reason to carry that with me and say I'm not able to have a productive day. I'm able to do that.
Yeah.
But what I do when I get up in the morning, I put something in my ear, some music, some motivation, and say, Jonathan, you're going to take on this world today. Jonathan, you're in control of your future and your destiny. It's up to you. And when I start programming myself with this stuff and then knowledge about sales, right? I get to come in the office, I put on some good music, have a holly jolly Christmas, right? And bring back that 5-year-old kid. You know, when you're 5-year-old, man, what is it? The worst thing your parents will tell you to do is take a nap, right? You don't want to take a nap. You're 5 years old. The world's exciting, right? Yeah. And then what happens, everybody pours these words and pours all this stuff into you. And before you know it, you turn to extrovert and introvert. You got this void. And all you want to do is take a nap, right? You're 20-something years old. All you want to do is take a nap. You know what the world is. And in reality, there's no void. The only thing you got to fill it with is that you're whole, complete, and perfect in every way. And if you can remember the 5-year-old in you, that curious kid that always wanted to check everything out. Yeah. Before they told you stop, don't do that. They kept telling you to stop asking questions. Be that 5-year-old kid and start asking questions again. Yep. And in sales, I mean, it's a transfer energy. I love when I get to speak to somebody and share with them the possibilities that are in them if they invest in themselves with the product. Like my product, what am I doing? I get to enroll people in their dreams every day. Yes, he does. I mean, into an institute that's going to not only help you become a speaker, but take your speaking and turn it into a business. Mm-hmm. I get to work side by side with people doing transformational training, sales training, people all day long that are invested in changing other people's lives, right? So, it's incredible. Believing in your product is a real big thing. I love what I get to do, and because I believe in it so much, they hear it through my voice when I'm telling them what is possible for them. The lady come by today just to meet me, to say hello and meet the Institute, because she believed in it, because I was able to transfer that through the phone, and I mean, we're changing lives. Every day, but I bet the people right now who are watching this, I guarantee you can feel his enthusiasm, even though he's not in front of you. And that's sales, isn't it? That is. I mean, you know what? If you believe, first of all, I'm going to say this. If you're in sales right now and you're selling a product that you don't believe in, then stop selling it. I mean, that's it. Quit. I mean, I don't mean to be blunt, but you got to move on. If you don't believe in what you're selling, it's affecting your production. I mean, there's no question it's affecting your production, right? No, so move.
That's it. If you believe in what you're selling, if you don't believe in what you're selling, quit, go sell something that you believe in. Because just like Jonathan, every single day, I mean, I got to tell you, I look forward to seeing him on a daily basis. I look forward to work with him because the enthusiasm that's around him is just absolutely incredible. And you can feel it right now through the phone, and you're not in front of him. I'm sitting next to him, and his vibe is just coming at me. It's just pouring all over me. And that's what I get from him on a daily basis. It's exciting to work with you. But I want you to tell the audience a little bit about you, about Jonathan, because I want them to understand where you get your enthusiasm from, where you get your zeal for life, your enthusiasm for getting up every day and for living and for going after your dreams. So why don't you tell us really quick about your story and about where you came from and how you're here now. And you know what? I just want to say this too. I'm not going to tell you how much, but Jonathan has very specific goals. And as he tells his story, he's going to tell you some of his goals. And he writes down his goals every day. In the morning, at nighttime, he writes them down.
Every day.
How much he wants to earn, where he wants to live, who he wants to marry. He's got a picture of the girl that he wants to marry on the telephone. Now I'm talking. I mean, he's got it made. That's part of this. And it's amazing from where you came from to where you are today and the mindset you have about goal setting and achievement, to me, blows me away. I love this guy's story. So tell him a little bit about your story and how you are right now. How'd you get to be this today?
Absolutely. And I'm going to share with you. If you've never heard it, I encourage you. Go out there, listen to it. It's called Earl Nightingale, The Strangest Secret.
Yeah.
It changed my life. In March, I came into this institute, right? Needless to say, before all this, I was in an accident, ejected out of a car, broke all my bones, drowned, coma 2 months. And, and it was an incredible opportunity, experience that I got to go through. Waking up paralyzed, all of these things, and then going from 24-hour around-the-clock care to being who I am today, living by myself, going to the gym, walking around the gym. I went to the gym today, I benched 225 4 times, no spot. I got a cameraman, but no spot, right? And I get to see the progress, but it's like Tony Robbins says that happiness comes from growth. It comes from continuous growth, whether it's in the gym, your relationship, your spiritual, your mental, but it's growth. And as I continue to grow, right, seeking out the things that are helping me grow.
Yeah.
When I wheeled in this office in March, I had no job. I had quit a job that I didn't believe in.
Yeah,
I was in sales.
I remember you quit that job because you didn't believe in the product.
It was December, I quit. In January, moved into a new place. I was, my finances were very low, and I came in this office with sales experience, but not education.
Right.
Right? Not education on it. And when I came in here, I took what was given to me. They told me to go home and write down your goals. I listened to what they were saying on the AIM model and all these models. And there's so many out there, but I listened to it. And I went home and I educated myself about it. And when I did that, writing down your goals is so important. And when you write down your goals, it does something to you to believe in them a little bit more.
Yes, it does.
And so, I came in and my goals started out to make $1,000 a week. Mm-hmm. That was my goal, right? Boom, I hit that.
Oh, yeah.
So then I was like, let's make it 2,000, right? Earl Nightingale will give you a test, and you carry it with you. It's a little card, and you write down your goal. I have mine right here, right? And you write down your goal, and you think about it constantly. And what happens is what you think about, you become. And if you really can understand that, you become what you think. If you truly understand that, you'll watch what you think about. Yeah. So when that thought comes in and says, man, I'm not going to make no money today, you change it real quick and say, I'm going to make some money. Mm-hmm. Man, I'm not going to be able to walk in the gym. Look at all these people standing around you with a walker. You're going to fall. Man, I'm going to walk. I'm going to get up and do this. I can't bench 225. That's a lot of weight. I'm going to do it. It's visualizing it, really believing in yourself, whatever it is you're going through. Whatever you're going through.
That's right.
Man, you know as well as me. Our backgrounds, we've done some things, right?
Yeah, sure.
And to overcome it, I was involved in addiction at one time. There was a time in my life I was an addict. There was a time in my life I was involved in these things. And I've recreated it to where I'm not a drug addict. I have power in my choice, but I'm able to create these by my input. And that's how it is. My enthusiasm comes from what I put in myself on a daily basis, what I look at and what I listen to. I mean, conversations, if I hear people talking about something that isn't gonna lift me up, it's gonna bring me out, I steer away from that.
That's
if
right.
I don't watch TV. I haven't watched TV in over a year, maybe a year and a half. So I don't really get that. And then books, I see you at the top, Zig Ziglar, 7 Habits reading these every morning at the gym, reading them, my constant input, Facebook and things like that, I limit it. That stuff is addicting.
Oh,
you get
yes.
on Facebook, you'll be flipping for hours. So I limit myself to this stuff. And I put that down and I start seeking out the positive things that I can get in life. And that's where my enthusiasm comes in. When I come in singing. I love what I get to do. I enjoy it, right? I enjoy it. I change people's lives.
It's true, guys.
You know, and it's all about what you consume. It's a fact, right? What comes in must go out. And so if you're consuming garbage on a daily basis, you're listening to the rap music, and I loved rap at one time, but you're listening to the rap music, or you're watching the garbage television, or whatever it might be. You're talking about garbage to other people. That stuff got to come out.
Yeah, it does.
It's going to go in, it's going to come out. You start changing it. You want to be a top salesman? You want to do the best in your sales? Start writing down your goals. Start finding out the formulas on how to close. Start seeking out the people that are very good at it.
Come to our course. Come to our MPI course. Go to the university
course
that we have online. Purchase some products. I mean, there's no question,
You
right?
know, I went through all of them. Trained the trainer.
went through them all.
I went to the sales one, 3 certifications. And, you know, Matt and I all day long, we'll be working, and I'll hit him and I'll say, well, other than you making a phone call, and we will go back and forth on closing techniques just to play around. And, you know, it's not sales.
But it's not playing around. It's really practice.
It is practice. And I'll share this with you. If you believe in your product, it's okay to close somebody. You know,
Of course.
It's okay to you. If you believe in what you're doing, and you love it, you know that what you're selling is benefiting that person.
Absolutely.
And that's a big thing. A lot of things out here, obviously we know sales isn't all on the up and up, right?
So it depends on what you're selling.
There's some things out there and so it's believing in your product, doing what it is that you love, and transferring that energy. And I mean, I love what I get to do. I work with you guys every day, and we get to go back and forth. So I encourage you, definitely step out of your comfort zone, start educating yourself on the things that are going to help develop you in your sales techniques.
There's so many nuggets. I hope if you're watching this, there's just so many nuggets that he just dropped. I mean, I hope you had a pen ready and you're taking notes. I mean, I I get this every day from Jonathan. He's been through all of our courses. You've been through the sales courses, the overcoming objections, closing techniques, the speaker training program, the trainer program. So he's been through it all. He constantly educates himself. But what he's talking about is so powerful. When he came here, back in March it was, and I do remember, he did quit his job because he didn't like what he was selling. He didn't believe in it. He believed it wasn't helping people, so he quit. And he was seeking out what he wanted. So he was writing his goals every single day. He wrote his goals. What he did was he brought it into existence without even being in existence yet. When he writes his goals, he writes them current tense. In other words, they are now. I am doing this. I am a multimillionaire. I am putting on an incredible speaking event next year. I am. So don't say you will. Say I am. Speak in current tense. Speak right now. I am achieving this. I mean, there's so much he just dropped. Even the education part. Jonathan is not only enthusiastic about his job, so much so, but because he educates himself on a daily basis. So what he does is he pours in the good that comes out. So when he talks about overcoming objections, you're right. You know how to overcome an objection now because you educated yourself.
And that's, you know what? You educate yourself with your product when you love it.
Right.
You know everything about it.
Absolutely.
You know
everything about the product knowledge.
So when anybody comes with objection, it's really easy to go ahead and come with something that's going to overcome it because you know what you're selling.
Right.
If you're out there selling something and you don't know about it, it's going to be difficult, right?
Absolutely.
Especially being enthusiastic about it. You're going to be really happy and know nothing about it. So educating yourself is so important.
Yes.
When I came in, I wrote down every quality of what I was selling or enrolling people. I wrote down all the qualities. Then I wrote the benefits that they will receive
Feature benefit
when they're in it,
presentation.
right? So it's not only what's quality in there, but what the benefit. What is the benefit if you enroll? what do you get when you come to transformational training?
Right.
Right? And you get the education, you're going to get the speaking knowledge, right? So all of that stuff, and I share this with you, being enthusiastic, and you know just as well as me, be that kid, right? If you check out my desk, if you come in my office, I got pictures everywhere. I got a little drone that flies around the office. I got a mobile cockroach, right? A little remote control car, right? It's keeping it live like you were a little kid.
I love this guy, man.
Right? So I got a little remote control cockroach, right? I was going to scare him.
It's great, man. It's great.
That's where it's at. You know, you want to come in and transfer good energy.
Yes.
If you wake up in the morning, and I shared this earlier today on a post, you know, if you wake up in the morning and you don't have something to do, you wake up like an accident, you know, like, I'm up another day. That's how your day ends up. But if you wake up, Zig Ziglar says, get up in the morning, clap 3 times, and say, today I got an opportunity, right? You look ridiculous, but it gets you in a mood.
Who cares?
It gets you in a mood.
Exactly.
That today's an opportunity. So when you wake up, man, it starts right there. I get up at 4 o'clock in the morning. So I got to jump start. If I wake up at 4, nothing's going to come in my way that's going to stop me.
No.
When I'm up at 4 o'clock in the morning, I'm ready for the day. There's nothing. And so, again, getting up, starting your day early, knowing what your objectives are. When I say write down my goals, Matt's been to my house.
Yeah.
He's seen my goals.
Mm-hmm.
He's seen the whole notepads full of them. And when I look back at my notepad, I've achieved all my goals. That's how I got a job here. I would wake up, and remember, I didn't have a job, but I looked up Les Brown, and I had my goal. It was going to be a speaker. And I go on his website, and there was a phone number, and there was an email address. And I called the number. I said, hey, let me talk to Les. And they were like, who's this? I'm like, it's Jonathan Nowlan. You don't know who I am?
It's true.
And they're like,
this is true. This is how
they're
it
like, I said, what do you want? I said, I got a story to tell. They said, 200 people call here a day wanting to speak to Les. I said, don't worry, leave a message. And I did that every day. I emailed them every day. Now, did they get back to me? No, but the universe did. And I received an app that said, would you like to work for Les? And I filled it out. When I filled it out, I received a phone call about a week later. It was Al. And he said, hey, would you like to work for Les? I said, work for him. I like to work with him. And I told him my story real quick. The next day, I got a phone call, and it was Les Brown saying, hey, you're a lot easier to get a hold of than the president. I said, you're a lot harder to get a hold of than the president. And I received the job. Now, I tell you, there's
not a job.
It's not.
It's a career.
This is a life. Absolutely. I'm doing phenomenal things. I get to go to live events. I get to hang out with people that have achieved things that I'm working to achieve. You know, they say if you're the smartest man in your group, find a new one. If you hang around 9 broke people, you're the 10th broke person, right? So you hang around people that are educated. You go around the ones that have what you want. And when I came in there, I had hair down to here, short sleeve shirts. And I went, there's a beautiful woman walking around. I said, dang, you're pretty. I said, that's a really nice dress. She said, dress for the position you want, not the position you're in, right? I picked that up. That's a piece of knowledge. Dress for the position you want, not the one you're in. So I started coming in with suits and ties.
Be a prospect, not a suspect.
Right? Absolutely.
Be a prospect, not a suspect.
And it changes who you are. You come in, people see difference, and I mean, you can create your own reality. I was never supposed to talk again, tracheotomy. And today, I mean, I'm in the gym doing some phenomenal things. The things that I was denied of ever doing again, I'm creating it. You know, we can create our own reality in the sales world, in your love life, in anything you want, really. But it all starts with goals, you know, having goals, having a vision, and identifying the fear when it comes up.
And that's the thing. I mean, that's what sets you apart, though. I mean, that's really what sets you apart is your excitement, you know, your goal-setting abilities. You want to achieve things. And again, you know, going into 2018, a message for anyone out there is if you're not happy in what you're doing for a living and just kind of changing subjects a little bit, then you really need to look at that. You know, I mean, that's it. I mean, a recent study just showed that 71% of people go to work to a job that they hate. That's crazy. If you're one of those 71%, I got to tell you, you probably want to start looking to do something. And I got to tell you why. Because if you go to a job that you hate and it's a miserable job and you think it's miserable and you hate it, and guess what? If you quit, you can always find another miserable job. So what do you got to lose? I mean, think about it.
Absolutely.
But you want to create your destiny, especially in sales. In sales, there's no limit. There's no income ceiling. You can create your own income. That's it. In any sales field, there's no ceiling. It's up to you. It's the most exciting career that you can get into, period.
And absolutely right. I mean, don't settle. Don't settle. George Bernard Shaw says people are always blaming their circumstances for who they are. I don't believe in circumstances. Ones who get on in this world look for the circumstances they want. If they can't find them, they create them.
That's right.
So 71% of people are going to jobs they hate because they're settling for the circumstances that are given to them. We're powerful. I mean,
amazing.
Look at the things I've created, and there's no difference between me and you.
Absolutely not.
Same possibilities in me, same possibilities in you. And it's that fear. You know, that conversation that comes up, well, man, I don't think I could do it. Man, if I quit here, I won't have an income. Man, if I quit. If you take that conversation and identify with it, it's not real.
It's not.
It's not
It's
real.
just false evidence appearing
Go
real.
after what you want to do. And I mean, write down the goals. Start acting as if you already have that position.
Yep.
When I started speaking, man, I was in my room speaking to myself. I acted as if I already had a position as a speaker. I went to people and said, I'm a speaker. And you know what? When I went the first time, I went in there, I was supposed to speak for an hour. I spoke for 20 minutes, right? But they say anything worth doing is worth doing poorly until you get it right, right?
Very
and so
good
I
point.
went in there. And the same thing with sales. When you start with something, in the beginning, you may be great and you may not. But I tell you, there's no ceiling.
No.
You can go to a job, you pay $15 an hour, $40 a week. There's a ceiling there. You got a cap. In sales, there's no cap. Earl
That's true.
Nightingale, salesman, that's one of the best jobs out there. The salesman gets paid. Every corporation, every business needs top
Absolutely.
salesmen. Everyone. There's nothing out there. You need top salesmen. And it's like going after that. And I mean, I will never settle for
And that's the mindset that you have, though. And this is an important section, especially if you're in the sales game. Your mindset has to be positive. Like what Jonathan keeps saying, if you keep hearing him saying this, don't let that creep in, that mindset creep in that says, I can't do this isn't for me. Hey, I'm too far into the draw right now, and I'm never going to get out of the draw. Don't let that creep in, because a lot of people give up because they're in for 2 months, they're in for 3 months, and nothing's happening, but you give up. Don't give up.
Don't.
I'm telling you. Look, you were in the draw, if you remember, when you first started.
3,000, I believe.
He was in the draw, man. He was. And if you don't know what a draw is you get paid something, but then when you sell something, we take it back. Okay, it's a draw against commission. But Jonathan not only crushed that, he's way above it. He earns a lot of money. He's in the top 5% in the United States now, and the reason why is because he never let that little devil on the side of his mind creep in. You can't do this. You can't achieve this. Look. It doesn't matter what you do, but specifically in sales, you got to have a clear mind.
No, absolutely.
You got to be enthusiastic. You got to believe in the product that you sell, without question. And that's what Jonathan does every day. In fact, he talks about keeping it light, making it friendly, man, having fun. Got to have fun on the job. You got to have fun.
Absolutely.
The other day, he's sitting outside my door, and I don't see him over there, right? And all of a sudden, I see this big cockroach come walking in my door. What the heck's going on here, right? It's because he's playing with his remote control cockroach, okay? Which, by the way, he gave to my grandson for Christmas. My wife really loved that one, trust me. Okay, Zane loves it. He can't stop playing with the thing. But my wife can't stand it. It's a cockroach like this big. He plays around to remote control. It goes inside, goes in circles, goes backwards. Yeah. Here's something else, dude. I got to tell you.
And then, really, when we look at it, Matt, as far as we know, we only have one opportunity here. That's it.
As far as
when we're laying on that bed and it's done, it's over with, we're not going to say, man, I shouldn't have done this and I shouldn't have done that. It's going to be all of these, man, I should have took that chance. I should have tried. I should have played with that toy cockroach that I see.
Yeah.
It looked fun, but I'm too old. And it sales, whatever career you're in.
It's a good point, man.
You got one. We all have greatness. The famous people, all the rappers, the musicians, the actresses, we all have that, right? But there's a difference. Their voice, when they hear that, they go after it anyways. Mm-hmm. That voice, when it creeps up and tells you you're not good enough, when that voice tells you you don't have the preparation, you don't have the skills, your voice isn't as good as this singer's voice, and you don't try, you don't go after it. You're denying yourself of your natural abilities. Go after what you want. I mean, sales, I love it because I get to talk to people all day. I love it when I speak to somebody and they answer the phone. They're like, hey, because when I answer the phone hello, is this Anita, the infamous and the talented Anita? You know, and I share with them my excitement of what I'm doing. And when I get that same response back, it's a great conversation, you know?
Well, you know, just think about that. See the way, and he does that. I hear him all the time. By the way, if you have any comments or any questions, just put them in the comment section, and we'll go ahead and answer them in a minute. But
Tony does have one when you're done.
Okay, cool. Jonathan, he does that. Like, he will say, hey, is this Anita, the infamous, the famous, the one to be, the Anita, and puts the last name in there. Think about the other sales professional. Because now Anita's excited. She answers the phone. Is this the famous? Is this the infamous? Is this the one and the only Anita? Well, the other salesman says, yeah, hi, is this Anita Jones? Miss Anita Jones? I'm calling from so-and-so. Yeah. You see the difference? The difference is Anita's already jacked up. She's jacked up within the first seconds because she's ready to go. He believes in what he's going to sell. And she's going to give him the time necessary for him to present his product in a professional way and in a way that is clearly understandable. Right. And it's so different.
And what would you want? Like, how many times do you get a phone call and they're like, yes, this is Jonathan Nowlan.
Oh,
I'm like,
yeah,
it is. I just want to hear it a little bit so I can play with them. I want to see and, you know, maybe give them some tips. Because it's all about growth. I love what I get to do, and enthusiasm is great, and it doesn't work like all the time. Don't get me wrong. We're going to run into people. You're going to run into people, and they're not going to be for it. And that's okay.
Yeah, that's okay.
It's okay. It is. It's you. Don't keep you up. You know, all we have is us, you know?
That's it.
And if
That's
we don't take care of who we are, then what else is there? I love what I get to do. I love coming here and doing a Facebook. You know, I tell Matt all the time, let's do a Facebook. Let me get in one of your interviews, right? I love to get to do this. I love to get to share information with you about what I've learned, what I'm going through, and how you can achieve the same things you want. Yeah. Matt got a phenomenal story. You know, coming from coming from that constant mind telling us we're not good enough to people today where we can influence people. I speak with people in India, Africa, Jamaica, the UK, all over the United States. And I get to share a message with them. And just like this, share it, pass it on, let other people see it, you know?
And even if you're not a professional, you have a story that can change others, do it. Just do it, you know? Lutoni has a question, you said?
Yeah, no, she was agreeing. She said, yes. People will just want to buy from you if they just love how positive you make them feel about themselves. When they feel great about you, they usually don't care what you're selling.
And well, it's true, but you know, you gotta want the product too, of course, right? Lutonia is one of our members also. So, Lutonia, great that you're on here. But you know something, it is true. You know, it's I think 80% of the battle is the enthusiasm and the belief in the product. And then when you educate yourself, of course, on some closing techniques and how to overcome objections, that's when you become a professional. That's when you become confident in what you do. And there's such a big difference between the professional salesperson and, frankly, what do you want to call it, an amateur salesperson. Really, if somebody who's posing to be a professional salesperson. A professional salesperson always has the time to educate themselves. They always have the time to go to the best seminars around. They always have the time to constantly pour into themselves to get better and better and better. And those are the high six-figure earners, the consistent six-figure earners. Those are professional sales people. And if you're in an industry that you work with a lot of salespeople on a floor or or anywhere, and you're always around them, listen, stick with the people who are always doing the best because you're going to learn from them. Remember, if you're the smartest person in your group,
get a new group.
Get a new group. If you're hanging around 9 broke people,
you'll be the 10th broke person.
So if you're hanging around those other salespeople who are making $30,000, $40,000, maybe $50,000 a year, and yet you want to make 100, guess what? You need to hang around the ones who make 100,000 plus a year. I mean, this isn't rocket science, to be honest with you, right? Because you're going to learn from them. And Jonathan did just that. I mean, when he came here to the Institute, the first thing he did is he went through a 4-day sales training course. He sat down through all of it, and he was absorbing it. He was taking it in like a sponge taking in water. And then as he was going through, he got other certifications, speaking certifications. He got train-the-trainer certifications because he wants to constantly feed himself because he realizes that one day, sooner than later, he's going to be speaking in front of thousands of people. transforming thousands of people's lives.
Absolutely.
And like he said before, I hope you guys are taking notes, very important. Anything worth doing is worth doing badly. He spoke for the first time and you're supposed to go for an hour and you went 20 minutes.
Yeah.
But that's okay. That didn't defeat him, did it?
No, I speak for 2 hours now.
Now, yeah. And now he speaks for 2 hours, okay? I hear him all day, trust me.
Yeah.
But that's the key. You can't let this. So anything worth doing is worth doing badly. So you gotta keep going. You gotta keep positive. You gotta keep educating yourself, because the more you educate yourself, the better you're gonna become. The more positive you're gonna become, and frankly, the more confident you're gonna become.
And that is a very important thing. Confidence, right? Where do we get that? How do we get confidence? Like you, Matt, when you go and you speak in front of thousands, you have a company, you've created something, you're very confident in it. But if you look at Matt's office, he has books all the way across on how to develop yourself, on closing, on building your confidence up. Like, get the books, 10X, go out there and start reading this stuff and develop yourself. That's where Matt gets it from, right? So when I came into the office, we had a few salespeople. What did I do? I went around Matt. I started going around the ones that were doing these things. And then when I went home, I started to read these. I have a routine. I read, I write in my book, I'm writing a book, right? And I continue to do this and develop myself. So when I come in, when I first came in here, I didn't speak the way I speak today. Mm-hmm. When I first came in here, I probably had a slang. I wasn't educated. And now, after going on all these courses, and it's not done. I mean, I continue to soak up. I want to know more. I want to develop more, you know, to get to where my confidence when I go in a room or when I'm speaking like I'm speaking to you right now, I'm very confident in what I'm saying to you is 100% fact and real. If you write down your goals and you visualize yourself achieving these things and you work towards them, Earl Nightingale says that success is a progressive realization of a worthy ideal. Progressive realization of a worthy ideal, right? All you do, work towards something that's a worthy ideal. Start visualizing, writing it down. You're going to achieve it.
You're going to.
There's a law. It has to happen. I've come from death, drugs, all kinds of different things to sit where I'm at today, to make what I'm making today, and be around very successful people.
Yeah.
Omar, Les Brown, you, Al, Brendan, like all these people, right? I choked on that one, but I tell you, man, I said I want to be a millionaire, right? So what do you got to do? You got to start finding millionaires. I want to be successful. What do? You find successful people. You know, I didn't hang out with successful people at one time in my life. I hung around all the people that I felt comfortable with. Yes. The people that I knew how to talk around. The people that I knew what they were speaking about. So I hung around them because I was comfortable and I fit in. So when I broke that and started going where I was uncomfortable and started educating myself, I'm comfortable around successful people.
Yeah, now, right? Yeah. And that's a great point. You got to understand what he just said. Like, for example, people who achieve greatness are always challenging themselves. Like Michael Jordan, and I remember him specifically during an interview saying that even when he was younger, he didn't play with the quality at the time, with the talent level at the time that he was at. He always wanted to elevate himself. So when he was in middle school, he went and played against the high school kids. Right. He wanted to elevate himself. And that's what you need to do in any profession. You want to keep growing. Don't hang around people that you're comfortable with because you're the smartest person. And I got to tell you, this stuff isn't learned in college. This stuff is learned outside of college. You learn this stuff from books after school. If you're young right now, if you're going to school, or if you just got out of school, I don't care if you're 50 years old or 70 years old, you start educating yourself now, you'll get better and better and better and better, right? And that's it. You got to keep elevating yourself. That was a great point. Always elevate yourself. Look, I still play a lot of sports. I'm 50 years old now, but
he still gets it.
I still go. You know, like now instead of me playing with the age group older, I play with the age group younger.
And they're still whooping.
Oh, they're whooping me. I mean, these kids. I was playing this weekend with the 18 and 19-year-olds. These high school, and these guys are studs, man. They play for the high school teams and they play football for the high school teams, man. But you know what? I'm getting better by playing against these kids, right? I don't want to play against guys that are at my level. I want to play better because I want to play harder. And it's the same thing in life. It's the same thing in sales. It's the same thing in business. And if you're in sales right now and you're making $40,000 a year, play with the people who are making $100,000, $200,000, $300,000 a year. Step up the game.
Go after it. There's no doubt about that.
Step up the game. It's 2018, man. It's right around the corner.
2018. What are your goals, right?
Monday.
I could tell you one, but man, I tell you, they're big.
You might get scared.
Yeah, I'm telling you, mine are big goals, and
Huge.
I believe in these goals so much that they're gonna happen.
I wish you had your book with you.
I'm talking about traveling the world, speaking to millions of dollars, and not money like, oh, I'm rich. No, money because when I'm that millionaire, what is it all about? It's about investing in you. It's about sharing what you have. Like all this
with
knowledge
others.
that you learn, you really learn it when you share it with somebody else.
Yes.
And that's what it's all about. I have so many gifts I want to give the world. How to work out in a wheelchair, you know? How to change your mind from all that stuff that you're comfortable to, how to recreate it, to create anything you want in life. I created where I'm at right now. I'm self-made.
Yes,
and so
yes.
ain't we all. We're all self-made, but what they say, only the successful will admit it.
I say that
right?
all the time. We're all self-made,
And,
but only the successful ones admit it.
You know, and to be where I'm at, I have several fans, people out there that know me from when I was younger. They know a lot about me, and they get to see me today, and it blows their mind. But this is encouraging that you too, and anyone, and you're in a sales position, if you're doing what, you know, you're at a place where you're feeling stuck and conformed. Earl Nightingale says, the opposite of courage is not cowardice, it's conformity, right? Mm-hmm. When we conform and we settle for what's given to us, man, don't settle. It's 2018. We're almost at 2020. 2018. Don't settle. Go for what you want in this world. It's yours. That's how these very successful people got it. They seen what they wanted and went after it. And you too can do it. I love it. I love to get to do this with you, Matt. This was a great time.
Yeah, and this is why I love coming to the office, man. Guys like Jonathan, man, he's just so enthusiastic, and it's just exciting to be here with this guy. He's always just that enthusiastic kind of guy. So, you know what? If you want to educate yourself, go to our website. It's mpifl.com, mpifl.com. Hey, if you want to come to one of our sales training classes, or you want to purchase one of our goal-setting courses, our sales courses, our automotive sales courses, our time management courses, our leadership courses, hey, call me up directly, too. You can go to the website, which is university.mpifl.com, university.mpifl.com, or go to the main website, or call me, 954-295-3797. That's my personal cell phone, or matt@mpifl.com. So if you want to go to one of our sales courses, if you want us to come and train your corporation, because we have just incredible programs that we can train your salespeople, your leadership staff. We have hiring programs, interview programs. It's incredible. If you want us to do that, reach out to me directly, 954-295-3797. That's my cell. It's my personal cell. Or shoot me an email, matt@mpifl.com. We'll talk. Hey, we'll come up anywhere in the world. We travel all over, man. We've been all over the world.
That's it. That's what it's about.
We'll train your staff, man. It's not just training. It's having them leave with the ability to turn it into something and to take action and to do it. We're not the company that comes in and 3 days later you forget what we said. No, because we follow up. We have ongoing teaching like this live, where we are conducting live Zoom conferences with your staff, right?
Yeah.
And we're talking to them, and we're having them do the work as we're watching them. So look, here's the thing. I don't want to get into that too much. I just want to say thank you to Jonathan. If you're looking to be that professional salesperson in 2018, you know, I wanted Jonathan in here to start, you know, and end the year, because he's just that person. He's so exciting, so enthusiastic. And because of that, he is a tremendous success. He has goals. You're going to be achieving a tremendous amount of stuff in 2018.
Absolutely.
Tomorrow, we're going to have Brendan McCauley sitting right here in this chair. So you got to join us tomorrow, 4:30. We'll be back. Brendan McCauley here. But what do you got? Any final words for 2018 to the people listening?
You know, a big thing, and I share this with you, and this was George Bernard Shaw says, it's not what lies before us and it's not what lies behind us that truly matter. It's what lies within us. Yes. And we all have this, right? I'm enthusiastic. Matt, I love coming to work with him. I play with him all day long, right? Trying to pull things out of him all day. Oh, I love it. And you too have the same ability. You have enthusiasm in you. Maybe it's just back down. Maybe it's jammed in there and you got to break that shell. But you got the same thing I have, same thing Matt has. So bring it out. It's what lies within you. 2018 is going to be phenomenal for the ones who choose it to be phenomenal. You know, if you don't choose it, it's going to be another year. Make this the best year.
2018 is right around the corner, so if we don't get a chance to see you, we hope you had a great Merry Christmas, Happy Holiday Season, And you know what? Have a great, 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 great new year. 2018 is on Monday. Start it off with a bang. Do something that you never thought possible. Happy, happy New Year to everybody. We'll see you back here tomorrow. Have a great day. Looking forward to seeing you guys in 2018.
Happy New Year.